Hey, what's going on, guys? Sean Mathis here, CEO and founder of Executive Class Rentals, and I'm super excited because we have expanded our partner too, and I want to just kind of update things and let you guys know that what's available now, how things are moving along here at Executive, and some of the new offerings. So we are now looking at bringing on operators and hosts. Okay, so there's two different aspects, right? If you're currently hosting on a platform like Turo, potentially Get Around or Avail or any of these other car sharing platforms, and you're just not seeing the return that you were hoping, like this stuff is not easy, right? If you've been operating for any amount of time, you know the amount of hours that it takes when you start getting up to 5, 6, 10, 12, 15 cars. It is an enormous undertaking, right? And unless you're just flush with cash, you don't have a lot there to operate with in turn to pay a team. And so you're going to end up putting in a lot of hours. Trust me, I know, I did it, right? I've done it. I've worked from the bottom all the way up, right? I detailed the cars, I deliver the cars, I've had to catch the Ubers, I've, run myself ragged 100 hours a week, and more. And, the there's something to be said with being able to leverage your time, right? So you look at the money that's coming in if you're already hosting, your money that's coming in, and what is it going to look like if you were to partner with a company like us and get all of your time back and focus on other aspects of either A, the business, or B, other businesses that you could start, and just having our team manage your entire business for you, right? Um, and what are you giving up, right? How much money are you giving up out of that versus what would you have to spend in order to get staff? And if you keep the money, right, if you keep $100 of revenue, but out of that you've got to pay $50 to operate and for your team and your expenses and marketing and such, and then out of that 50% that you've got left, that goes for your time. How much time are you spending to get that 50%, right? Versus what if you got 60% of that 100, you got $60 of it, and you didn't have to pay any team, right? So you got to look at those numbers. For me, it absolutely made sense to, if I could find a third party to manage my fleet. Here's the thing, I was too big. Simply wasn't a company equipped to handle it. So what I decided was, you know what, I'm going to be the company. We're going to streamline. I'm going to get the team. I'm going to invest. I'm going to get the partnership, behind me in order to have the team and the infrastructure to go ahead and be that company that can take on people with 10 cars, 15 cars, 20 cars, whatever the case is. Or maybe even if it's just 3 or 4, maybe you realize, man, if I'm not going to get 10 cars, then I'm not going to make the money I really need to make to do this full time. Truth be told, if you're not going to have 10 or 15 cars, then it's really not going to be enough. It's not going to be worth it to be a full-time deal. You're probably better look at some other option for income, because this simply isn't going to do it if you're dependent on Turo alone, right? Now, we obviously do direct rentals and such. We'll get into that. But what I want to do is cover in this one, I want to cover our business model, keys to success, the data and reporting, and let's talk some numbers and show you what it looks like, okay? Maybe you're not an operator, though. Maybe you just want to get a couple of cars and put it in our fleet with our partner program, and you don't need us to manage an existing fleet, but you want to grow one with us. That is absolutely a fantastic way to do things. If you already know, hey, listen, I own a business, I don't want to start a business renting cars, I just want to get my share of this billion-dollar industry, okay? That is a fantastic option. I'll show you how to do that. So what we're able to do for folks that want to build passive income is we're able to show you how to leverage your credit, how to leverage personal credit, business credit, whatever it might be, how you can get started with no money, no investment, no cash investment, and how you can make $500, $1,500, even $3,000 or $4,000 a month profits after the car is paid for, right? How you could get an extra $40,000 a year. The opportunities that we have, some of the markets that we're in, Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, Houston, South Florida, Miami Beach, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, Atlanta, Georgia. These are all markets that we're expanding into and opportunities that you can grow a fleet, not only with me here in Dallas and having me personally overseeing your fleet, but with any of our hosts. And maybe you're a host that you want to continue operating, but you can't get the fleet that you need. If you want to talk with us about that, we are looking for operators in new cities. If you've got 3 or 4 or 5 cars and you'd like to have 20 cars, we would love to put those cars in your fleet. We would love to pay for those cars and help you grow that business within our infrastructure. Hit me up on that as well. But let's look at it doesn't even make sense, right? Why the executive class team, how our process works, what the guaranteed results are, because we do have guaranteed results. And let's look at some actual numbers that we have in our fleet, how to get started, and some of the strategies. All right. The key to building this business and to building passive income, as well as higher profits, is to be able to have a dedicated team of professionals who are going to oversee every aspect of the business, but while keeping it rent ready 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have to be 24/7. In Dallas here, we've got 2 major airports. Flights are going, that airport's running 20 hours a day. People are coming in constantly. The idea that you're going to close up at 6 o'clock and miss every flight that comes in after 6 p.m. because you don't want to deliver a car, that's absurd, right? That's not happening here. And that's where I challenge folks. So look at your numbers. If you're currently hosting, look at what you're doing, look at the number of reservations, look at how much your average daily net revenue is, and compare that. Is it better to have 100% of $100, or is it better to have 60% of $300, right? If we're doing twice as much, 3 times as much business as you are, the numbers just simply make sense that even splitting and having us manage, you'll still make more than you are on your own, right? And if you're looking for to build a fleet, then obviously you need to have a team that is dedicated, that is 24/7, that isn't missing income opportunities, that is 100% going to maximize every single opportunity. If a car comes back to us, we get it rent ready and we turn that thing around in 3 hours. Our goal is to have every single car that comes back rented right back out the same day, provided it meets the pre-trip safety inspections, right? To reach the very top levels of production, you have to be 24/7. You just do. No holidays, no breaks, no days off. We've got crews working day and night, all right? The single most important thing that you have to have if you're going to operate at the highest level is a brand. And that's really what we're doing different than anybody else in this business. We're building a brand. We're doing direct rentals. We're building a brand on Google. I'm going to show you some of our stats. We're getting mentioned in news media, major outlets all over the country, okay? And that's what's really going to separate. You can't hinge on this platform, or any platform for that matter, because what happens if the platform goes down? What happens if there's something that, hey, all of a sudden Turo is banned or Avail is banned from going to this airport or that airport or this state or that state? It's already happened, right? And if that's the only thing that you have and you're contingent upon that, well, that's not a very sound business model, at least for long-term growth, all right? And we are absolutely not hinging on Turo. In fact, we're moving further and further away from the platform the more trips and reservations that we do. We're building our brand and we're getting that repeat and referral business. Listen, we've got car buying experts. We're going to help you buy the right car. We've got great deals. I just bought a Bentley, $22,000 under market. Right now, we've got an Aston Martin that I'm going to get sold to one of our partners. It's the trade-in value is $59,000. And we're picking it up at 40. We could grab that thing and go trade it in right now and make $15,000 bucks. We've got a fully managed business that we're helping you build, full reporting and transparency. Everything's GPS tracked. You're going to know where your car's at all times. You're going to see where the money's at all times. We've got a proprietary dealer network. We've got lending partners. We're fleet growth focused, 24/7 operations. We strategize with each and every one of our partners to help you understand what the goals are, design a custom strategy to help you meet those goals and help you grow that fleet within our fleet as your plan permits. Okay, we have professional photos. We've got our own website. You get professional website placement. Once you get in our fleet, we've got custom marketing for each of our vehicles, and it brings continuity of branding across all the platforms. Okay, so here's an example. Here's that Bentley I was telling you about. Here's an example of our Chevy Tahoe. These are off platform prices. All right, you're going to make a lot more money when you rent direct. But with that, here's some of the data that you see on our website. These are people coming to us, right? Looking to rent cars. You can see the growth is insane. 500%. These are daily users. So 1,100 or 1,190 users. That day, you can see whether it was direct, they came directly to us, whether it was paid search, social. And then here's the traffic per day: 2,700 visits a day, 1,300 page views a day, 81,000 visits per month. All right. And, I just looked at the search console. We've shown up 27,000 times in organic searches alone in the Dallas market. Okay. So we've got a lot, and we're just getting started, guys. This is only going to get bigger and bigger. And 99.99% of hosts aren't doing this. I've got a marketing background. I owned a marketing agency for 7 years before I sold it and got into this business. Okay. So that's what I know. I'm a marketing guy through and through. Okay. Listen, we got market analytics. We're going to help you buy the right cars. Okay. Which car do you buy? We're going to show you. We're going to show all of the data and tell you where the opportunities lie. We're going to analyze the entire market. We're going to see which vehicles are in demand, which ones have the highest probability of getting rented quickly, which ones are going to have the highest levels of success, lowest maintenance costs. Every client that has used our acquisitions team and gone with what we've suggested has been profitable month one, right out of the gate, 100% of the time. All right. So here's some of the data that we look at: top models, top make and models by market. Nothing's left to chance. Some of the things that people ask a lot about is, what about insurance? All right. When they're on a rental, if they rent direct, they must have insurance. Okay. They have to have it. They have to have the right limits. I was an insurance agent before I did the marketing agency. All right. So I know insurance. I know what to look for. I know what coverages they need. I'll verify, make sure that they have the valid license, that the insurance is in effect. We get that card. We get the deposit to make sure the deductible is in hand. All of that is taken care of. We do great field underwriting. If they're on platform like Turo or Vail or Hire Car, they're all covered with policies that each of those platforms provide as well. Guests are responsible 100% for damage for the cars per the vehicle rental agreements, both on and off platform. We've got a nationwide program that allows you to purchase your fleet from anywhere in the world, and you can put in any of the markets that we're in. All right. So we've got cash purchase deals. We've got dealer finance, credit unions. We've got a partnership with Lightstream Loans that's really, really strong. The process is simple. You get approved for a budget, decide on a time frame that you want to start. We'll send you 3 to 5 of the top cars that we recommend within those parameters. Select the car. We're going to facilitate the deal from start to finish. We're going to connect you with the finance person. We're going to connect you with the dealer. We're going to make sure they know everything that's going on before you even call. They're going to have everything ready to go. It's the quickest, easiest car buying experience you've ever done. In fact, I've got people who have bought 7, 8 cars in one day. Most people, you go in, it's an all-day affair to buy one car, much less 7 or 8 in a single day, right? So what are the common questions? Our profit matrix take into account cost ownership of maintenance, finance terms, and it's all measured against the analytics, right? So how much money am I going to make? Biggest question we get. Well, that depends. What's the daily rent value? Okay. Our average in the fleet is $100 net per day. So how much are you going to make? Well, if you look at how many days you're going to get rented, on average 14 to 19 days, that's $1,900 of profit. And then we're going to split that on your level anywhere from 50-50, 60-40 to 70-30, just depending on how many cars you have. And you'll always get the lion's share of those splits. Here's some of the media spotlights that we've got. Just to show you, Fox, NBC, ABC, nationwide, all over the country. Market Watch, they've got 1 million followers, a huge platform there. ABC, NBC, it's everywhere. We've had 4 or 5 at least mentions already in this year alone in national press releases that have been picked up by major outlets. Here's some of the numbers that you can see. Number of reservations, 100 reservations a month. You can just see us skyrocketing there. 2 times higher utilization than most. Our average net per unit monthly is $1,680. You can see these are out of our software that we use. You can see our average net price per day is $100 per day that we're getting after the fees and such, and reimbursements are taken out of there. So we're getting solid, very predictable numbers, right? So if you use a car that we pick, they're going to fall in these matrix, okay? And you're going to know exactly how much. Now, we also have the guaranteed model. So let's look at the option. We've got a guaranteed option where you can get guaranteed monthly payments for your vehicle. It's not performance based. So you say, hey, Sean, I've got a Maserati Ghibli. I say, okay, I'll give you $1,000 a month for that. Win, lose, or draw. Doesn't matter how we perform. And on top of that, we're going to pay your maintenance. That's option 1, right? It's not going to be as sexy as the performance based, but it's less risky, right? Performance-based, sliding scale based on the number of units that you have in the fleet, 50-50, 60-40, 65-35, 70-30 revenue split. You'll always get the lion's share, and subsequently, you'll also get the maintenance costs on that. We do have a referral partner program. So if you bring other partners to the table, you get a share of the profits there, a share of the revenue of their fleet as well, not out of their cut, but out of my cut, right? So if you got 10, you get two customers or two of your buddies who come in, they each have 5 cars, you got 10 cars in there, you're gonna get 7.5% of my money that I make off that fleet. That's pretty freaking outstanding. 15 units, not hard to do. 4 or 5 people, you're gonna have 15 units that you're getting paid on. You get 10% of everything that I make off their fleets. So you can build another passive income just telling your friends about the program, right? Here's an example of Maserati that we have. It's been rented 4 months. It's 129 days of rent, $13,000 of income, 13,315. Owners cut out of that $8,400. All right. That's how it works. Listen, if you want to set something up, just drop me an email, Sean, SEAN, @executiveclassrentals.com, or give us a call. Let me know that you watched the presentation. Schedule a meeting at the bottom of this page. Let's get on the phone and get this thing moving, guys. Time is of the essence. This is a fantastic time. We're growing. Things are moving along phenomenally. We also have long-term rentals and corporate contracts that we're building out. This is the newest segment, fastest growing in our fleet right now. What we do is we do 90-day to 6-month rentals, and you can see some of the prices here. $7,000 down, 550 weeks for 6 months. Plus they pay mileage, plus they pay service plans. Or 5,000 down on a Tahoe, 400 a week. That's $2,400 a month guaranteed. And you've only got one person in it. They're not, you're not in and out of the thing. So it's highly profitable, far less risky, less maintenance. These are also options that we can do as well. But I'd love to talk with you guys. Hit me up, schedule an appointment, and let's have a conversation. What's up?